What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I'm Recklezz.
Okay.
Got some more Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? See what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? On CNN. Feel me? Definitely the last video Ice Cube. Make sure y'all check that out. They be in Instagram. Make sure y'all check it out. Yeah, definitely. I think it was about the gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? But you already know. Get the like with this card. What's in the video?
Our next guest is Ice Cube. If you know anything about him, and you probably do, you know he started his career rapping in defiance about police presence and the realities of inner city life. And he got political with his songs as well recently during the Trump administration, most recently in 2018. Here's a taste.
Arrest the president. You got the evidence. That is Russian intelligence.
Now we see a shift. Now he wants to work with President Trump. Here's what the president had to say most recently about Black Lives Matter.
The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, I said, that's such a terrible term because it's such a racist term. It's a term that sows division between blacks and whites and everybody else, and it's a very bad term for blacks. But they were very angry. It's a Marxist organization.
With all that going on, and how the president continues to speak about there being no systemic inequality, it's no shock that Ice Cube got some heat for deciding to work with the Trump administration. He wants to deal with it. I want to understand it. So should you. So here is Ice Cube on Prime Time. Thank you for taking the opportunity, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Chris, your lead-ins are a little misleading.
How so?
Well, the Platinum Plan is not my plan. I came up with the contract with Black America, and I didn't run to go work with any campaign. Both campaigns contacted me. Both campaigns wanted to talk to me about the contract with Black America. One campaign said, we love what you have, but let's really dig into it after the election. And one campaign said, we love what you have. Do you mind talking to us about it? And that's what I did. So I didn't run to nobody. And so that was real misleading to me.
Well, I didn't say you ran to anybody. I said that you had taken a pivot.
Well, you said I ran over to the Trump team instead of the Biden team. That's just not true.
Well, but you are working with the Trump team instead of the Biden team, and people are giving you heat for it. What do you say to them?
Well, I'm willing to work with both teams, but I'm just working with whoever is willing to work with me. So,
and that right there,
Right.
that right there, that should give him a complete understanding of what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm willing to work with both of them, but I'm willing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who want to work with me? Who want to?
Right. It's not him picking a side.
work with both teams, but I'm just working with whoever is willing to work with me. So the Trump campaign came to me and asked me to explain to them some of the contract with Black America. That's what I did. I'm not playing no more of these games, these political games. We're not part of a team. We have very broad problems, especially the wealth gap in this country.
And I feel like that's what's important too. It's important. It's not of, oh, okay, well, this side, they racist. This side, they think this about women. This side, they,
yeah.
Bro, it's more so of, if you think different, it's one thing of just coming together, having a conversation on different opinions and facts on what's going on to make America a greater place and to make this, you know what I'm saying? Rather than sitting there, you picking sides, you arguing, it's to becoming a cycle to where there's killings, there's terms, there's this, there's that. Yeah, facts.
When it comes to Black Americans. So I'm going to whoever's in power and I'm gonna speak to them about our problems specifically. I'm not going there talking about minorities. I'm not going there talking about people of color or diversity or none of that stuff. I'm going there for Black Americans, the ones who are the descendants of slaves. And that's what I'm going to talk to anybody who's in power with that. So if anybody got a problem with that, it seems like a personal problem.
Well, here's the problem, and it is very personal, as you know, for a lot of people of color, because they'll say, well, why would you pick Trump when he says there's no such thing as systemic inequality?
So he's not picking nobody. He's the president.
But why do you think he'd want to do something for the community when he says there's no such thing as systemic inequality?
I don't know what he want to do. I just know what the man said. I know what he said to the country. I've never met Donald Trump. So I don't know what he's going to do. I just know what he said he was going to do. So both of them have a plan. Both of them say they're going to do something. And who knows what's really going to happen after November 3rd. Nobody knows from each side. We're all hoping that candidates keep their campaign promises. So that's just it.
So let's look at it this way. I think that you're right to be skeptical. Let's start with the Democrats, because even though there is a traditional connection between black voters and the Democrats, you could also say you've been let down or forgotten by Democrats in a lot of situations that would have mattered. Then you say, all right, so then what makes one side better than the other? That's where you get in trouble, which is, do you really think that Donald Trump can be trusted as much as you could trust Joe Biden?
I don't think I'm not trusting any of them. I'm just going by action. That's all I'm going by. I'm not going by words. I'm not going by.
See, but I wonder if the dude Chris, if he actually thinking about, like, okay. So let me look. I think this was. I'm saying I don't know when this was, but I wonder if the dude Chris is still agreeing with what Joe Biden is doing and what he's after and what's going on with him, because it ain't there.
I feel like she's trying to have him pick a side.
Yeah, still, and he just literally said.
Just said he's not picking a side.
Facts. Hey.
By rhetoric, not going by media spin, not going by none of that. You know, I'm not on nobody's team. I'm not on Team Blue, not on Team Red.
So then I have that wrong.
I'm an independent person, and I believe that's what black people need to do, is become independent, and we need to get something for our vote. You know, that may not happen, but it's gonna happen.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Look, if I had brought you here to fight with you, you would have known it. What I'm saying is, I think I did get it wrong, and I want to make sure I get it right. So saying you're working with the Trump team is wrong. What you did was, when they asked to talk to you about it, you said yes. If Biden had asked to talk to you about it now, you would have gone to them the same way. It's not about you choosing anything. It's you working with everybody who's got a chance of doing anything.
I'm working with whoever's in power. Yeah, I'll work with both. Whoever's in power, I'm going to work with. So whoever wins, they'll hear from me.
Okay. So
basically, regardless to whoever wins, it's just like now. Regardless to whoever wins, it's more so if you want to work with them because you want to see America great. You want to see you know, the Black America, the all the problems that's happening, you know what I'm saying, with Americans, with Black America, whatever he's talking about, more so being independent, just talking about the problems that's here, you know what I'm saying, that's on the table that we need to fix, regardless than picking sides. Yeah, facts. Okay, so I can see.
So I'm glad you came to clear it up. So Ice Cube is not with the Trump campaign. He's just giving his ideas, and anybody who wants to do something with them, fine. Do you believe they are doing anything with your ideas?
I believe, you know, they looked at the contract with Black America and they updated their plan, but it's their plan. Now, I have my plan. My plan is broad. It goes beyond the public sector. It goes into the private sector, banks, you know, even the movie industry. So we got to deal with a lot of different, I think, companies, corporations, and even government when it comes to solving this problem. I believe it's a bipartisan problem. I believe it's a bipartisan problem when it comes to the issues, when it comes to blacks in America and what's going on. It's not a Democrat problem. It's not for them to solve. It's not for the Republicans to solve. It's for both of them to solve. They do it when it comes to debt ceiling. They do it when it comes to getting us in wars. They seem to come together when it's something that really affects America. And I don't think nothing affects America more than the situation that Black Americans find ourselves in. This country is coming apart at the seams, and it's not going to come together after January 3rd, no matter who's the president unless we deal with this wealth gap.
You have the economics. All of it extends from poverty, which is an extension of opportunity, which is an extension of a system that doesn't give equal opportunity, and you see it everywhere. Hiring, education, finance, all of it. So acutely, we've been looking at what happens when policing goes wrong in communities. It doesn't give you concern that the president has handled police violence the way he has in terms of his commitment to work on any of the issues that you think are important?
We've been dealing with police violence in this country from day one. So police violence is just part of our life here. So, you know, the thing is this, once we get some capital, we'll be treated better. This is a capitalistic society.
True.
And if you ain't got no money, you see how people get treated on the streets when they ain't got no money.
Not just money, wealth.
Wealth.
You got to be able to build up wealth within the community.
Yeah, you know, to put it in greater terms. But, you know, at the bottom line is, you know, dollars bring dignity. And so everybody in America knows that. When you got a little more money, they treat you a little better. So we need to close this wealth gap. You know, you got people, you know, families making $120,000 or worth $120,000, and you got black families worth $200. It's just an enormous wealth gap that keeps growing. It's not getting smaller. Do the research, and you'll see this is the problem in America. It's because black people have no capital. We own half of a point when it comes to all the wealth in America. Half of a point. 13.5% people living off half of a point. We cannot survive in America another 100 years living like this.
The issue is real. The problem is properly identified. They do have access to capital of about $500 billion, but it doesn't say that it would be earmarked within the Trump plan for communities of color. But we'll see what you can get done, and I make you this promise. Not just because I'm a fan, but the issue matters. As you learn and as you see action and reaction or inaction, you have a place on this show to discuss it. That's a guarantee.
I appreciate it, Chris. Yeah, I'll be back to discuss and let you know what I know, what I find out. But I'm gonna give it to you straight up.
It's the only way I take it.
Side.
It doesn't go well any other way on this show. Ice Cube, I wish you the best. Stay healthy. Be well.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right. We'll be right back.
You look so mad still.
It's just, I think it's just more the fact of it's simple. I like conversations like this, and that's really why I didn't really want to speak on, you know, too much or talk over the video, because I like when two individuals can come together and say their differences or argue, you know, the fact of a cool conversation of not yelling and screaming and getting fired and mad. It's just a conversation to not only put something in Chris's ears of, okay, well, he thinks this, and then to put some in Ice Cube's ear, so, you know, to hear this, but it also puts some in our ears to, you know,
let us know.
And I feel like it's definitely important to do that.
Yeah, because I feel like at first he was just trying to, well, I thought he was trying to make it seem like he was picking a side, but now he's not. They know now.
I feel like
they're
more
better now. Because at first it was like kind of tension, like, because I could see on his face and his face. And now it's like, it's cool now.
Yeah. And I feel like it's dope. Just the simple fact of you can, I don't know, you can literally just talk and to hear. And that's mainly why I like reacting to these type videos. To get information and know, you know, what's going on, because I didn't know anything about politics.
Yeah.
You know, Chris didn't know anything about politics, so I don't know, something that.
Yeah, I like this video. This is a good one, though.
It definitely,
Nobody's screaming and stuff, because we get those a lot.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And it is more so of like you said, becoming independent and trying to work regardless of, you know, what you are, trying to work. If you're a Republican, trying to work to get that, you know, you're a Democrat and this other, trying to work to, and I feel like that's what's important, but it's always that side. You picking the side, and that ain't doing nothing but tearing us apart, and it sucks.
It's always got to pick a side.
Yeah, especially when a person don't even know what they voting for.
Just
we got somebody in office right now that a lot of people like, dang, why did I know it's a lot of people like, dang, why did I vote for him?
Yeah.
Why did I vote for him? And you didn't do the research that you need to do. So I feel like that's important. Charting though, make sure I hit the like button, subscribe. I definitely appreciate everybody tuning in and watching this reaction. Please hit the subscribe button, trying to reach 200K. About 1,800 short, you know what I'm saying? Charting up. Catch y'all next one.